Hello everyone, welcome back. Another day and another video. Today I'm going to share some of my experiences with Cattleya orchids. I'm completely new to growing Cattleya orchids myself, and by the way, this is my first Cattleya orchid and that's my second Cattleya orchid that I purchased. This is the BLC HWA U on Beauty, and this is RLC Blanche Alaska Yuki. Well, both Cattleyas are they have a white flower. Both of them have a large white flower with uh, gardenia fragrance, but the Yuan Beauty has a purple or blue color markings. It resembles like a fox face. The flower resembles like a fox face or a skull with two eyes and a mouth. It just looks like a fox skull. The flowers look like a fox skull. It's interesting. Whereas this guy, the Alaska Yuki, such a gorgeous flower. It's such a gorgeous flower. It's right a big flower with a decent pink lip and a yellow spot in between. Absolute beauty, to be honest. One of those best white flowers you could see in the whole Cattleya kingdom. Well, to start with, this is a Norman Orchid purchase. I got this in November. The plant looks gorgeous in the pot. It didn't come in this pot, by the way. It came in a 4-inch or a 5-inch pot. It looked absolutely beautiful. The plant, when you look at as a whole, the pot and the plant. But my general norm is whenever I get new orchids, I would try to repot them unless there is a flower spike or the 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 plants are in flower or it has a flower spike that's growing. If there is a flower spike, I don't like to disturb the plant. But if the plant comes like with just leaves like this, I would immediately repot it. The moment I reported the plant, I saw one of the horrible mediums. I'm not sure if it is the issue with the Norman orchids or it is the issue with the vendor that ships the plants to Norman orchids. Maybe they get them from Taiwan or some other East Asian country. The plant is tucked heavily with loads and loads of sphagnum moss. The roots are suffocating, and all the roots, the, all the roots are mushy and rotten. I have to clean the roots. I didn't cut all the roots, by the way. Just when I touch the root and just pull it downward, the whole cambium layer is happily slipping out of the root, and I removed all the mushy and kind of rotten roots and disinfected this plant, and immediately I potted it into a 100%. Of course, it's not a 100% charcoal medium. I added leca stones at the bottom just to make sure this plant gets good air circulation. The roots get good air circulation, and I filled the remaining part with charcoal. I know it's kind of two extremes. This plant has seen two extremes, it saw a heavily suffocating and soggy and heavily stuffed up sphagnum moss where the roots kind of soaked in water and it lost all the roots, and on the other hand it is sitting in a very dry medium and I'm watering this every day. And coming to the story of this guy, this is also an online purchase. I made this purchase in ETSY from, I think it's Mad Orchids or somebody, I don't remember the name. This is, first of all, this orchid is advertised as a large division. You know, it's a large division. It's one of the kind divisions that you would get. I thought, yeah, maybe I'm lucky, and I went ahead and purchased it. Who would go away from such a good offer? It came home, and even uh, it is placed in a 5 inch. I think it's a 5 inch pot. In a 5 inch pot, the plant looked gorgeous. The moment I saw the plant, opened the parcel and the package, and saw the plant, I felt wow. It was such one of those beautiful Cattleya orchids I have seen. Plenty of leaves, if you can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 leaves in a single plant, which could be an extremely large division. I thought, and the way it was advertised, they asked us not to repot because they only did the division in 2019 and they reported it. And if you report it again, it could disturb the roots. So I thought, okay, let's obey the guidelines of the seller. That's a foolishness, you know. I gave him water every week or so, and I observed new roots are growing from the top slowly. I thought it's a bit something is because I saw the experience of that plant. After I transplanted, I saw new roots coming up, but this guy is also growing new roots, but there are no new pseudobulbs or new canes. They're just growing, trying to grow new roots, and I thought, okay, maybe something is wrong, could be wrong. I suspected, and I opened up the pot. Whatever picture I saw in that plant, I saw the same picture here. Every root it has, firstly, it is tucked up with sphagnum moss. It has a sphagnum moss in between, and it is surrounded by bark, to notorious. And every root that this plant has, it is kind of rotten or mushy, or I don't know how to explain it. I hope you are getting. Every root is damaged, and this has almost zero roots. I had to peel every other root, disinfectant with hydrogen peroxide, and I followed the same rule I did for the target. And you know what? It's not a large division. It is two plants potted in the same 4-inch pot to give a look like uh, it is a large division. So you see, it is this seller cheated in multiple fronts. That seller cheated in a single direction, but this seller, or this the vendor who shipped this plant all the way from the East Asian country, he cheated in multiple ways. Number one, he potted two plants and in a single pot, and he projected it as a large division with multiple growth points. And number two, that he tucked up with sphagnum moss, which kind of kills the plant in many ways. So it's been 1 month for these guys, and if I would just like to show you, I added some packing peanuts. You can see the charcoal is slightly wet because I watered it yesterday. Here's the story. It's been 1 month. These plants are trying to recover back, and look at the great response these plants showed. Let me start with this plant. There is one root tip, that is one healthy root that is growing there, and there is a new cane that is coming out. And a couple of weeks ago I kind of removed the plant gently outside to see what's happening, if the plan is working or not. I saw a healthy new cane growing, and there are a lot of young roots below the cane, and I'm sure there are 5 or 6 roots underneath, and I would see them once they coil this pot. Okay, this reacted in a very positive manner. You can see the leaves are shriveled a bit because of the, you see, even this is bending. So this plant is looks like a bit dehydrated, and that's expected because of the amount of stress or amount of abuse it has gone through by uh, worst handling by its vendor, and I think it is starting to get a new life here, and it would grow in a much healthier and happier way. And maybe after 6 months you should see hell lot of roots for this plant, and the new cane, it may not grow this large, you know, because it has to go through a lot of stress, or maybe it could grow because of the new roots. I'm just guessing, but anyways, there is sunshine for this plant. I'm happy for it. And this guy, well, look at the number of roots it grew. There are few roots that went inside this plant, but they couldn't go all the way because of the charcoal. But I think that's okay, as long as you have roots somewhere, you can water them. If you don't have any root, that's where the problem arises. Even this plant is trying to come up, recover. The leaves are kind of, I'm not sure what is this double shade here. I'm trying to learn a lot of things. By the way, I don't know what is the double shade that I'm seeing here. Is it because of low light that it is trying to grow darker, or is it something else? I don't know. But anyways, look at the amount of roots. I'm so happy that this plant is reacting, and it is fighting to, it don't want to give up. It's reacting and it's fighting to come back from ashes. That's what I would term them. On a whole, I would like to mention two things: the greediness of the vendors in the orchid world, the heavily money oriented. I know you do business for money, but you cannot send I don't know how to use the word, bad word here, but you're selling absolute crap, and you're not doing any justice. People with business mind are coming into this hobby and destroying some beautiful specimen. Just imagine how passionate the guy is who initially worked on these plants, and he has to, and as part and as part of his business, he might have sold it to some other vendor, and that guy could be just money minded, and he might have tucked these plants in heavy loads of sphagnum moss and shipped them to US just to get some dollars. It really saddens me, because that's how you can kill. A lot of specimens in this world got killed. You can name from rhinos to elephants to many species of plants. I am sure people have some heart for this amazing species. You can see this is completely dehydrated, and I'm sure he will come back in 3 months time. One thing is, the vendors are so greedy, and I'm sure those who are not passionate about these plants, please get out of this business. Please search for something else, because you are kind of breaking the hearts of amazing orchid enthusiasts like me. There are many people in this world who are orchid enthusiasts, and you're kind of breaking the hearts of many people, and that is not in my hands. But another good thing that I would like to say is, look how forgiving the Cattleyas are. These plants are really forgiving. You look at the amount of roots it has grown, and look at the new growth it's trying to put out after all the stress and after all the hard times. And now these plants are seeing sunshine, and they are trying to rise again, and get back to their good olden days. And I wish in next 6 months time both these plants should proudly sit in my balcony. Excuse me, guys. Could proudly sit in my balcony under direct sun and enjoy lot of healthy sunlight and watering, and they could produce a lot of roots and a lot of healthy spikes and a lot of new pseudobulbs or canes. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching, and just be careful when you're buying orchids online, and don't hesitate to report them. Don't Never believe the words of sellers. Never believe. Take your own decision, and use your experience. You may be wrong, but don't be on the mercy of the sellers. That's what I would like to say. Thanks for watching. God bless you all, and thanks for your patience once again to in watching this long video. God bless you all. Have a nice day. Goodbye.